Hello, beautiful beings, and welcome back to the Crow's Nest. Welcome if you are new. We are a spiritual all of mind community learning as we grow along our ascension path. We're going to get into a message for what it is that we need to be aware of and focusing on at this time. This is a collective message, so it might not resonate with everyone, but it is timeless, so it's meant for you if it finds you and it resonates with you at that time. We'll get into a couple things before we dive into the cards. One of the first things I want to talk about is the playlist that I grabbed for today. I tend to choose something different for every reading. I go with what I'm feeling. Today I was drawn by a certain image. I didn't really read what the title was, and it's actually called Nikola Tesla's 369 code, The Secret of Universe. And that's actually really significant with what I'm going to go through in a second here. So I just wanted to point that out. So numerology behind the frequency for today is 8. So speaking all about manifestation and abundance, as well as 9. There's been a sense of a completion, or something is coming to a completion today, or the message is going to be in regards to something that has come to a completion, or is like wrapping up. Also, once again, some very significant numbers, some numbers that I think are significant through today, and you're going to see that as I go over this here, is actually 369. Those are actually the most significant numbers that I got from what I gathered so far. Also, the colors red and purple are really significant today. I feel like red speaking about honor and purple speaking about spirituality. And today's message is going to be very much about your spiritual path and your evolution in regards to your spiritual journey, right? So one of the first things that actually happened, I saw the devil card come through in the reverse position, and I really did feel like this was speaking in regards to releasing limiting beliefs, because with the color red and purple and the numbers that we have for today, and then there was also 15 also gives us 6 energy, which is about harmony. So I was really feeling, that 369 energy with that. And then I also started to smell smoke after. So I was like, okay, it's like something is being lit on fire. Like something's burning. Like what is this all about? And then what I got next as I was preparing the cards, listen to the Song of the Birds, which was on page 48. So again, the numbers there are significant. And this is a message that's been coming through in so many of my readings. And it's a message about there is communication coming into you from the higher realms. Birds are messengers from spirit, so do pay attention to the birds that you're seeing and get to know a little bit about them, because there is something there that they are trying to communicate to you. And it's funny because when that card came out, I just kind of had a moment where I was like, Linda, listen, you're not listening. Because even for me to see this message coming out so frequently, it's like I can understand for those who are trying to deliver these messages to you. They're like, why won't you listen? Page number 36 as well, with go for a walk. And I do feel that you're being guided to connect with nature, but also you're not going to be able to receive these messages from the birds if you are not in a position to actually see the birds or have them cross your path, okay? And also let yourself rage, howl, and wail came out from, that was also with page 46. And I really did tie that back to the devil card, because the devil comes to 6. We had this message coming out about rage on page 46. There is some energy that needs to be released in a healthy manner. This does come to 10 energy for me as well. So this energy needs to be released, and it's very healthy to release anger in the appropriate manner, and you need to release this energy because it's going to help you to bring this sense of completion in, okay? Very interesting thing too, because I didn't realize, right? Because that's the message that I got from that, and actually the World card came out after, right? Speaking about a completion, so we'll get to that. So you have to let this energy out in a healthy way, to just, for like, that's the final piece of this element of healing that you're in. All of a sudden as well, it was like my sinuses got super blocked up. So again, there's something about the third eye for you. And that's also really interesting because I see you seeing through a lot of things. I also left this card here for today because we're going to talk about that. There's something that you're seeing. And also as well, like, yeah, connecting it back with the devil energy. I'm also feeling that, you know, I'm seeing some twos as well with the numerology, and I feel that you are in a place where you are learning that you are both. You know, you can't, you know, it's not all love and light, that there are dark aspects of ourselves. There are, you know, devil energy aspects of ourselves to a degree. And this is about how you are able to really balance the energies within, just a really strong sense of duality, and how you're able to harness the darker aspects of yourself, or the aspects of yourself that people might deem as low vibrational. I'm hearing also toxic, like some people might be perceiving you as toxic. And, you know, I just feel like as long as you know who you are, and as long as you know that you stand for the light, then, you know, don't listen to what other people have to say. You know, but take it with a grain of salt. I also feel like there's a message there for some of you where if it's something that you keep hearing, like if more than one person or two people or five people tell you that you're being toxic, that might be a message to evaluate yourself. Go on a sense of self-exploration, because the devil card really does speak about some of that lower vibrational energy. The other thing, I feel like I'm losing my voice now. We had card number 13 come through of the Earth Warrior deck, and this is all about medicine of the Rainbow Jaguar. And that was interesting because the rainbow message that's been coming through in my readings a lot recently as well. And then with card 38, Pachamama came through. And that's something that's been coming through in a lot of my readings previously for at least the last couple months. And now that I'm talking about Pachamama, I'm getting like a complete activation of all the chakras as I go through this message. And that's really significant with where this is going. Like, I literally had third eye things going on, my throat, and now I just like, I'm feeling like all these different things within me being awakened, being activated. But going back with Pachamama, it's something that's been coming through in a lot of my messages. I got super disconnected from that because I was like became super aware of the activations happening within me, and that might be something that you're experiencing as well. And I wouldn't be surprised, because you'll see where we're going with this. The next thing as well is there was a message about you being able to see yourself within and without, the way, like that duality, right? The way that you can see yourself now, you're able to look at yourself from these different perspectives. We talked about that duality with the love and the light energy, like not love and light energy, like the love and the darkness, and like your light and your dark. There's a sense of balance within that, and within that itself as well, there's like another layer to that where you're able to look at yourself from either of those dual energies. Like when you're in that lower vibrational or that darker energy, you can look at yourself when your light self, and when you're your light self, you're able to look at yourself, those darker aspects of yourself. And it's in a way that allows you to really collaborate. That's why there's a vortex. I didn't understand that. So this was the next message that was kind of confusing me. Like, I didn't get this energy. You're also in a place where now you're able to see the light that you hold. And there were multiple messages coming through about paying attention to the moon. But with this card, what I got is there's something about the beauty that you hold in your mind that brings great peace, and it creates these ripples, like there's a vortex. And I didn't get that. And I feel like that's this the way that you're able to collaborate, your light and your dark, and how they can look at each other and work together to form this. That's very interesting too. I was going to say this ball, and that just makes me think about the Two of Wands came through, and in the Two of Wands, he's holding the world, okay? Oh my gosh, this message is so powerful. I had a lot of fire energy, ancient tree wisdom, like earth energy and water energy come through. And what was really interesting too is I was really feeling like that fire and water, right? Again, this duality, that balance, that perfect blend. Like I just keep wanting to mold something together. And the fire is really about you seeing your own fire within. And, you know, of course, after that, the High Priestess came through. That's 2 energy. This is all about your intuition, your higher knowing. This is divine feminine vibes, and also the subconscious mind. That's what I was going to say about the chakras earlier. I have hiccups now as well. So when I'm talking about High Priestess, and I forget where I was at in the moment where I was feeling those chakra activations, but there's whatever I was saying with at that time, there's something about fear that you're releasing in regards to that message. And in regards to like, you're no longer afraid of your intuition and your sacred knowledge of your divine feminine power. I just heard feminine embrace again. If you've been watching my readings, you know it just keeps coming up. So after that, we got the World card, right? So I feel like this is about an integration, like I was saying, about that balance between your light and your dark within yourself. And again, going back to that completion, and there's a sense of accomplishment and travel. And you know, the World card speaks about travel, and with that High Priestess coming through, I'm feeling that you may even be experiencing astral travel. That might be specific for only a few people watching. The 5 of Swords also came through, and I feel that you really are winning at all costs. The 9 of Cups came out in reverse, which is all about your inner happiness and your materialism. The 2 of Wands, of course, which is all about your future planning and your progress, like your discovery, right? And that world that you're holding in the hands. And it's because you're able to bring this blend of the two together. And then the 8 of Pentacles, which is all about your skill and your mastery. So what I really am feeling for today, like the overall message, is just winning at all costs to reach your full spiritual evolution and your material abundance. I don't know why my cat is gonna interrupt us now. All right, sorry for that interruption. So cats are all about, like, they speak about independence, okay? So there is something here about how you are feeling very independent on your path. I think she actually just wants her chair back because she has decided to steal my chair for herself, which I stole back. We're going to get into the message now for today's message. So I feel like my channelings more so are becoming like what I like to make these readings about is what we need to be aware of and focusing on. And I feel like the channelings leading up to it are the what we need to be aware of. So now where is it that we can put our focus to really bring in this energy and to really anchor in like this place of where we're at? And I really do feel like, you know, speaking about this spiritual evolution, this is all about like your, not just your growth, like your own spiritual path, but I feel like something that you do helps others. I don't know if you do light language. I just keep moving my hands a lot. But there's something about like a service that you do. So let's get into the cards now, get a little bit more information on this, maybe some clarity for any of you feeling like if this is for you, and we'll get some guidance as well. My name's Crystaljoy, if we haven't met before, wounded healer, helping to guide you through the depths of your soul to illuminate the light within. Ooh, couple messages already. Okay. Well, we have the High Priestess making an appearance again next to the Queen of Swords. I love that. Also the 10 of Wands. So once again, there's this completion energy, right? You have brought, you brought a completion to this sense of working really hard. Like that's a message that came through in yesterday's message about like everything just seeming so difficult for you, taking a lot of effort. But I also feel that this is your dedication to really pushing through to get the job done. I just heard like winning at all costs, the 5 of Swords, right? And that's really interesting because now I have a notification coming through. So there's a message there for someone, that's a confirmation for someone. And with the Ace of Cups in the reverse position, there's a new beginning for you towards your self-love and your emotional fulfillment. Like this is a message that's all about you. You don't seek emotional fulfillment or gratification or validation from anything or anyone outside of yourself. You know how to get that from within. I'm actually getting like really strong, like you have balanced that inner masculine and inner feminine really profoundly, is what I'm really feeling from this. And like from this whole message, right? Going back to the devil as well and this high priestess. And there's just something about the way that you're able to love and care for yourself now. It's like when I was saying about how, you know, the darker energy can look at the lighter energy within and vice versa. There's something about a nurturing embrace, right? About the way that they're able to look at each other, commune with each other, work with one another. There really is a strong sense of harmonious union within whoever I'm talking about, and that's what's allowing you to truly step into this high priestess. We all embody the feminine within, you know, gender, this is, you know, gender aside, right? So, and when we talk about new earth and, you know, helping to raise the vibration, the frequency of earth, and helping earth to heal, and helping the people and every living thing on earth to heal, you know, that we speak about healing the feminine vibration. And so there's a message here about, you know, going back to something that I've been getting for a while about feeling as though you need to hide from your own light, and going back to the rainbow energy that I was getting, you know, that was a message in the past about the rainbow. It was like you were hiding from the own colors that you cast, right? And now it's like the parts of yourself that you were hiding from was your inner feminine in a sense. I feel like for some of you who are watching, you're also like masculine gender identifying, and you feel as though, you know, society has taught you that you got to be a man and you got to be tough and you got to do all these things and check all these boxes, be all these titles. But you have reached a point when you're like, I don't need to listen to society. I understand that I have this energy within me, and I'm not afraid to balance that within myself. And it's like that is allowing you to speak like you are like on fire. Like I got full body chills right now, honestly. It's like this Queen of Swords energy is just such strong clarity, such strong truth, such strong authenticity, but she's also gentle. She's very strong as well, though. I feel like the sword is very heavy, but the way that she's actually able to hold it with such strength, and she's not even resting it on her chair, right? And there's this energy as well about, again, how you're larger than life. That was something from a couple of readings ago. Like maybe it's just the angled perspective, but what I'm getting from this is you're just so large. And what I mean by that is your energy. It's like you're unbreakable. It's like the throne that you're sitting on right now is made out of this stone that just, I'm hearing it can't be crushed. It's uncrushable. Uncrushable. And I see a lot of blue skies here for you, and that's really interesting. Very sunny day here as well where I'm at, and it was not sunny yesterday, and we have an intense storm coming in, so it's not going to be sunny tomorrow either. So there's something about the clouds have parted for you, and it's allowing you, again, there's like this message about the beauty in the way, like it's not just about the beauty in your mind, like this is like third eye energy. Like there's something about, I hear like Beautiful Mind, that's a movie I channeled the other day as well, but there's something about the beauty that you hold in your mind. It allows you to feel peace within yourself, but it also allows you to see the beauty in the world. And all of that just helps you to feel so content. There's something about that, but then also this profound balance of the darker energies within yourself and using those as your power, right? And using that to release those limiting beliefs. And now that you've released those limiting beliefs, you're able to just be so authentic and so true to who you are. You've really mastered this part of yourself, this part of your journey, again with that Eight of Pentacles. And remember that all of this, yes, this is about your spiritual journey, but we're also talking about your material abundance as well. And I feel that, again, about the service, for some of you, it's like there's a balancing in the earthly and the spiritual. So it's like the spiritual work that you do is helping earth. And there's also a message, there's just a couple of things coming through right now. And I also noticed I don't have much time left on my timer, so I kind of got a little distracted. So let's get a final message. I think we'll go with, oh, I'm not too sure what I'm feeling right now. I think let's just get one more final tarot. Usually I get like a confirmation from one of my other decks, but there's something that I'm being called to the tarot. Right. You like, this is your spiritual involvement. You're like, you were left out in the cold in the past. Like you felt so disconnected from your spiritual path. You felt like life left you out in the cold. Like I was feeling that Wands energy from the previous message. And this is about like you've put all that behind you now. And now this is about you stepping into your spiritual abundance, stepping into being able to step into your spiritual abundance as well. It's giving you everything, all that insight that you need in order to bring in your material abundance. And very interesting too, something else is usually I put stones on all of my decks to cleanse the deck before I do the reading. I did cleanse the deck before, like I always cleanse them before putting the stone, but I didn't put a stone on the tarot for whatever reason today. And with this message, with this energy, it's like you don't even need it. You're so protected. Yes, continue to do things to protect yourself, but there's just a message here about how protected you are right now and how strong you are, and just the way that you stand in your light and your knowing and your truth. Like there's something about that ancient divine wisdom, that earth wisdom, right? So let me know if this message resonated with you. You can like and comment, and you can subscribe to be notified when I post next, and I'll see you in my next reading.